Hi friends, happy Friday. Welcome back to Math Today. Today for math, you will need from your Envisions workbook, pages 311 and 312, and 313 and 314. You will also need a pencil. So go ahead and pause the video and grab the materials that you need. All right, friends, welcome back. Let's get started on our skill practice review. So we're going to start out with identifying our numbers. All I want you to do is say the numbers with me. Here we go. 9, 8, 17, 18, 7, 6, 5, 15, 2, 4, 11, 12, 14, 10, 1, 3, 16, 20, 19, and 13. Very good job. Now let's practice counting. When we practice counting, we've been practicing using our number line as a visual for us, sequencing our numbers in order. So we're going to practice counting all the way to 30, and then we're going to stop and count backwards from 30. So I have 0 up here, as I've been mentioning, just to remind us that our number 0 represents nothing, and it comes before the number 1. But let's start counting at the number 1. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now let's count backwards from 30 to 0. Ready? Here we go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Woohoo! Let's give ourselves a roller coaster cheer. Ready? Click, click, click. Woo! Excellent job. All right, so let's take a look at our learning target for today. Our learning target says, I can write an equation to show addition. Equation is another word for sentence in math. So we've been practicing writing our addition sentences from left to right. We've also learned that the word and is our sight word or a popcorn word that also in math means add or plus. That means that we're putting our groups together. We also today are going to finish our sentence by showing what the answer is. So I have the word is up here, which also means equal. So I have blank and blank is blank. We're going to show that sentence in another way using our symbols. So I want you to point to the screen without touching it, and I want you to say addition symbol. Addition symbol. We also call this a plus sign. Can you wave to that sign and say plus sign? Good. And then we also have the equal sign. Everybody say equal sign, which we know we've really used that with comparing numbers a lot too. So today we're going to use those in our sentences or equations to show adding. So let's sing our adding song to show that we know what adding means. Ready? Here we go. Adding means putting groups together. Adding means putting groups together. Adding means putting groups together to make them bigger than before. When we add, our number gets bigger, except when we add with 0, then our number stays the same. All right, so I have an example on the board here with some pictures. So we can subitize our green and our red dots. So let's start with the red dots. How many red dots do you see? 3. So I'm going to write my 3 around the tree, around the tree. Okay, and then I have my word and, which means plus or add. So I'm going to put my plus sign or addition symbol in there. And then I also have my next dot. How many do you see of the green dots? 1. So I'm going to put a 1 on the next line. So now I have the sentence 3 add 1. For the word is, I'm going to write my equal sign. So I'm going to put equals. And now I want to see how many there are all together. So I'm going to go back and count and mark out. Let's count the red and green. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 and 1 is 4, or I can read this as 3 add 1 equals 4. Okay? So that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to start out with our solve and share. It says Daniel counts 4 drums in a parade. Then he sees one more drum. What numbers do you add to find out how many drums he sees all together? Well, first, let's draw a picture to help us visualize the instruments he sees. So it tells us he sees 4 drums. So let's draw 4 circles to represent the drums. And then let's count and mark those out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and write a 4 underneath. Okay, and then it says he sees one more drum. So let's draw a circle for our drum and write a 1 underneath. Okay, so the next question says, how can you show that you're adding them together? So I have my 4 and my 1. So the symbol I need in the middle is my addition symbol, or plus sign. So I have 4 plus 1, and then I'm going to put my equal sign. And now I'm going to tell how many there are all together. So I'm going to draw one big circle, and let's go back and count how many are inside. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 4 add 1 equals 5, or 4 and 1 is 5. Okay? Very good. All right, let's flip to the back and take a look at our guided practice. We're going to do the same thing here. Our guided practice has more drums for us, but in different groups. So let's count the first group and write our number. Ready? We have 1, 2. They have the dotted number for us, so let's trace it. And then we have our word and, which shows us we're adding, so we're going to put our addition symbol. And then let's count how many in the second group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I'm going to write a 6 down to a loop. A 6 makes a hoop. So now I have 2 and 6 is where I'm going to put my equal sign. And then the answer is, well, let's go back and check. Let's circle our 2 groups to see how many there are all together. And now let's mark them out the other way to count. Ready? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I have first and S, but do not wait. Go back up and close the gate. Now I'm going to read my sentence. Listen first, and then I want you to repeat. It says 2 add 6 equals 8. Your turn. 2 add 6 equals 8. Good job. Now let's go over to the green and blue drums. Let's count our first group. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to write my 4 on the first line. Then I have my word and, which tells us we're adding. So I'll put my addition symbol or plus sign there. And then let's count my second group. 1. So now I have 4 add 1. The word is tells me I need to put my equal sign. And then I'm going to circle both and count how many I have in all, counting and marking out. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now it says 4 add 1 equals 5. Can you read that with me? 4 add 1 equals 5. Very good. Now we're going to skip past 313 since that's your activity sheet for today. And let's go to 314. We're going to start at the top with the trumpet. Ready? Or the horn. Let's count those guys. Ready? Here we go. We're going to count our first group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to write an 8 on the first line. Then we have our word and to show that we're adding. Now let's count our second group. 1, 2, 8, add 2. Here's my word is, so I need to write equals. Now I want to know how many I have all together. So I'm going to circle both groups, and now I'm going to go back and count and mark them out the other way to count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8 add 2 equals 10. Another way to read that is 8 and 2 is 10. Okay, let's go over to our green and blue drums. Let's count our first group. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have our word and, which shows us we're adding. So we'll put our plus sign in there. Let's count our second group. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I have 5, add 4. The word is tells me I need to write my equal sign so I can show my answer. And then I'm going to draw one big circle around both groups to show I'm putting them together. So let's count how many we have all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 5 add 4 equals 9. Let's read that together. 5 add 4 equals 9. All right. Last, we're going to come down to number 9. Let's count our first group of instruments. Ready? We have 1, 2, 3. Now let's count the second group. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oop, and what did we forget in the middle? Our plus sign or addition symbol to show we're putting groups together. Now this says 3 add 4. What do I need here to show I'm going to give an answer? Equals. So I'm going to put a circle around both groups to show I'm counting them both all together. And let's count the other way while we mark out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 add 4 equals 7 altogether. So we have 3 add 4 equals 7. All right, now we're down to the challenger, number 10. It says there are some counters on the page. Emily puts 3 more on the page. Now there are 7 counters in all. So we know how many she has all together. They also told us that she puts 3 more on the page, okay? So we can go ahead and draw 3 for our second group because we know that's how many are in the second group. So let's count and mark them out, 1, 2, 3, and put them on our second line. And we know that all together equals 7. So we need to figure out how many are in her first group. Can you think of a way that we can figure out how many are in the first group? Well, let's think. Let's start with 7. Let's use our fingers as a resource. So we'll start with 7. Now let's put down 3 fingers to show she added that many in a group. Ready? We have 1, 2, 3. So if she had 3 in one group, she broke 7 apart into 2 groups. She had 3 in one group. How many are in the other group? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to draw 4 circles for the other. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to mark them out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Write a 4 on the line, and then put my addition symbol in there. So now it says 4 add 3 equals 7. We just showed another way to make 7. Tricky, tricky. Makes your brain really, really think. We also forgot to add our circle around both to show we put them together. Okay, great job, friends. So what I want you to do is flip back to page 313. On this page, I want you to complete all of your sentences as we've been doing. Count your first group, write your number, write your addition symbol. Count your second group, write your number, write your equal sign, and then count how many you have all together and write your answer, okay? To double check, you can look across the top. It tells you all that's missing are your symbols, okay? Keep up the great work, friends. Nice job adding this week, you smarty patardies. I will see you next week for your next math lesson.